really enjoyed myself, enjoyed being around other great players, other great people, so it was a lot of fun.
What are the things you're going to remember most? I mean, especially about getting around all those guys. I'm sure you've been around them a lot already, but what are the moments that are going to stick with you about it?
Conversations, and two things specifically. I think my dad getting to meet Dominique Wilkins, because growing up, my dad's a big basketball fan, so being able to meet Dominique, I know he always loved Dominique. And then I got to talk to Melo on Friday night, and it was crazy because it's a full circle moment. That was my first ever jersey was a Carlisle Anthony All-Star jersey, and now here I am with Melo at the All-Star game. So definitely a full circle moment for me. Those are two things that stick out specifically.
I guess just the actual game and the actual three-point contest. I mean, what are going to stick with you about being in that game, and I guess your performance in the three, getting there, but not finishing that the way you wanted to?
Memories about three-point contest. I had a 30 ball, so that's cool. Like I said, I'm already looking forward to next year. I gotta try to win it back next year. If it's in Milwaukee the year after that or soon, and that's home for me. So those are two that I can look forward to try to win it. And then the game in specific, just like I said, being around other great players, other great basketball minds, getting to spend time with those guys, definitely something I'll never forget.
You obviously had you on the bench for a while. Obviously, we got to come back and get something out of that fourth quarter. I mean, what was that part like, basically? What was it like just playing in that game? It's an odd style of basketball.
Yeah, I was just ready for whatever. Honestly, I expected to barely play. I expected to be the last pick. Wasn't the last pick though, so that's good. But yeah, I wasn't surprised. I was just out there, kind of reading the flow of the game, just going out there having fun. It was just really fun to be out there with all the greats.
What was the reaction of some of your teammates about the three-point contest in that battle?
Well, luckily, in total, me and Buddy tied, so there can't really be much to talk about. But I did get 30. He's never got 30 before. And I was his coping mechanism while he sat there scared that he wasn't going to make the finals. So we was just messing with him about that. But at the end of the day, we both lost, so what can we say?
What all does Buddy say when he's sitting there freaking out about whether or not he's going to make the finals? Like, that's got to be a lot.
Yeah, he's just sitting there like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. Hurters here and low here. I'm just not going to make it. I'm like, calm down. I'm going to be all right. I don't know, man. I'm not going to make it. When he made it, I thought he was going to be hot in the second round, but he wasn't. He didn't shoot the way he wanted to. But he'll be on. I want to talk crazy to him, but he's just going to keep telling me I choked. So, it's still keep going back and forth.
Is there anything about the weekend that surprised you?
Nah, not really. I mean, just the time commitment. People don't understand, like, you're running around all day, like with engagements, events, sponsorships, you gotta do all that stuff. You're running around all day. You don't get much time to really just chill. In the times I did get to chill, I just played the video game with my boys, bought WWE and ran that. So, you don't have a ton of free time. You got a lot of stuff to do. So, when people are mad about the effort of the game, you gotta understand there's a lot of guys got a lot of things to do. But I mean, shit, they want to play hard. We could have. It's all about the flow of the game and how the guys started.
Just looking ahead to Thursday now, I mean, it kind of feels like only 20 games left in the season. Kind of feels like it's go time now. How important is this first game to get off to the right start?
Yeah, I think every game matters. I was playing Boston, who we went and we won the game closely, but we were up big in the first half. So, JT told me they're coming for us. So I'm excited to play against other great players. I think the best part about now is keep talking about the sense of urgency has to pick up. Well, we only got 20 games left, so sense of urgency really has to be there. And like I said, it can't be a panic thing. It's just got to be being locked in from the start. Everybody was here to practice today on Tuesday, getting all the sluggish basketball out now, so we're ready to go by Thursday.
Obviously this gives you kind of a chance to reset. I mean, what's obviously I don't want to say your mindset changes or anything like that, but you've had obviously some time to sort of process everything in the first 60. What do you think has to just change, get right? I mean, how do you kind of reconfigure what has to happen?
Yeah, just getting back to who we are on the defensive end, how we were playing around December. We know that we have to get stops to win games, and we haven't been doing that. And we scored enough points to win a lot of games. We got to get stops, and we got to get better starts. We've been talking about it for 60 games, but it's really an important emphasis for me, and I think our whole starting group, trying to start games better. That's really important for us. because it just sets the tone for the whole game.
We've obviously spent a lot of time thinking about that. I mean, like, have you come to conclusions in terms of just like what that has to look like? What's wrong when it's wrong, what's right when it's right?
I think for me, it's just honestly, being quite frank, it's on me. Like my aggressiveness to start games. I think the coach was talking to me about that and kind of, put that weight on my shoulders. But that's perfectly fine. I'm more than capable to do that. If I set the tone for myself early, it just sets everybody else up. So I just got to be better in these next 22, and I will be.
Is the elbow good now, or is that something you got to wait till the offseason to feel completely healed?
It's good for the most part. I mean, still lingers from time to time, but I don't think that's gonna really be gone. So maybe until I take a week away from the game, or take the time off, or maybe it never goes away. I don't know, but it's still lingering a little bit. As long as I don't wear that brace, I'm okay.
Hey, you mentioned Carlisle was your first jersey. What specifically about his game is it that you enjoyed as a kid?
I don't know. He came in like bronze year. Like those are my guys. D-Wade too. Being able to speak with him, CP, those guys. I don't know. I just love Melo in Denver. I wanted cornrows when I was a kid. The headband. He had a lot of swag to him, a lot of game to him. So I think that as a young kid, it's hard not to like a guy like that.
Is there anything basketball-wise that you asked him about specifically, about anything a shot, anything like that, or just kind of just general chat?
Yeah, I think it was more of a general chat, but I think just him being able to tell me, like, anything you ever need, you just reach out to me. That means the world, because I think just having other great basketball minds to speak to, I'm going to go through things in my career that I'm sure, guys like Melo, all the D-Wade, TP, all these guys have. It's nothing new to the league, so it's just great to have those guys around.
Is Dominic the most sort of, seeing your dad around Dominic, is that the most starstruck you've seen, or have there been other moments like that stand out more in the time you've been in the league?
Nah, I don't think my dad really gets starstruck. I don't think that's really a thing for him. I think he just really enjoyed it. He had a big smile on his face. I think next for him is to meet Magic. Mm-hmm. Magic for him, I think, would be that guy.
Right.
But I don't think there's anything that he's been like. My dad, he talked to Dominique like that was his brother. So that's just who he is.
You talked about going into that weekend, how much fun Saturday would be after seeing it. What do you think?
Well, we talked about it before practice, and I asked the question, who ended up having the edge? And it turned out that both guys in the 2 rounds made the exact number of baskets or had the exact number of points. But Ty said, this guy's never had a 30-piece in his life or something like that, So it was fun banter back and forth. I thought the 3-point contest was tremendous. It's just the level of skill now. And our 2 guys were great. And the Rising Stars was awesome. Ben and Drew both showed very well and represented the organization great. And so, for the Pacers, the All-Star Weekend was a huge win. I thought it was great. I thought Tyrese played great in the game too. He just made every right play and seemed to make just about every shot. So 18 points in 14 minutes. It's pretty strong.
Did you get a laugh out of Ben both times scoring? In both games, scored the first points, and I think the first game came at the free throw line, of course.
I mean, not surprising, but Ben has a way of making his presence felt immediately, and it was great to see. And I thought one of the passes that Drew threw was really old school, like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird type stuff. That was really cool. So really happy for those guys, and it's an amazing experience, at the All-Star game. So, and really excited to have it here next year.
What kind of value do you think it has for just sort of each of those guys going forward? I mean, for I guess 3 or 4 of them, probably not for Tyrese, but for a few of those guys, it's their first experience.
It's a big confidence builder, for young guys. You'd have to ask Tyrese exactly how he feels about it, but when you're in that all-star locker room, with guys that are some of the greatest legends in the history of the game, and you're on their team, that's pretty uplifting. And I also thought, him being picked 4th was pretty cool. I mean, you could tell LeBron wanted to play with a guy that's pass first kind of guy, that's going to make an open shot, and that's exactly how it went.
What's the message, I guess, to this team entering this week in the final 20 games?
Well, for today it was, getting back into the swing. Spent a lot of time getting the bodies loosened up, and kind of went into the practice and built momentum and scrimmage at the end. And we want to have a great 22 games here. There's a lot to be excited about. A lot of young guys that have developed. We've won some games through all this, and we have more to look at. We gotta get a closer look at Jordan Laura, and there's some positional stuff where guys can bump to some different positions, and at the right times we'll look at all that stuff.